Hey guys, it's Dish. I'm here to solve another puzzle of Dia-bee-tus's. I'm going to Fluffy Buff Bluff Galaxy for a reason first, because the challenge is to solve Honey Hop Galaxy, I believe it's called, without the bee suit. Unfortunately, doing that requires a bit of trickery, as you'll see. The game engine actually has a weird bug, sort of related to the Zelda Back in Time glitch, where, if you die, weird things will start to happen. So, as much as I love the music in this place, we got things to do. You might have seen that before from a few other Zelda games. This one's not really a well-known glitch, partially because it's not really helpful for speedrunners in a majority of a way. I mean, it does a very, very specific thing, and it's not really that useful ever. So, it's just sort of a way to solve some puzzle challenges. If you're curious, that glitch is actually fairly hard to do. It's a 2-frame window, and it took me around 30 or 40 tries to do, so don't expect to get it on your first shot. There's a bit of editing in this video to try and make that a bit more clear. So, what exactly does that do? Well, for some reason, well, planets are split up, galaxies are split up into these things called planets, and planets are split up into zones. And each zone has a few layers of items on it, and for some reason, doing this glitch, the 0th layer of item gets restored from the last galaxy you were in. Don't ask me why it works, but that usually means coins and power-ups are places where they're not supposed to be. So, we can have the cloud power-up here and manage to get stuff done that way. It's not that easy, though. In order for us to do everything like this, we'll need all 3 pieces of cloud, so, excuse my fumbling around trying to get up on that platform with all 3 pieces of cloud. It's not going to take me probably a little bit longer than I wanted it to. So come on. There we go. I haven't practiced this that much. Thankfully, if you die or if you game over, this glitch doesn't go away, so you pretty much only need to do it once for your entire practice session. So we're going to use 1 cloud over here, and get up on this thing, and onto the swing. That ledge up there is a 2D section, and there's an invisible wall in front of it. So in order to get over that bee mushroom, we need to use a few clouds here, and sort of skip all that. We do need to keep the cloud power up, so we're going to need to do a little bit of tricky stuff to avoid the bubbles. Some basic complex platforming here, and that's that. Much harder to do than it looks, by the way. And 1 more for here. There we go. We need to keep the cloud power up, because otherwise, if we stand on those clouds as a regular Mario, it will not work. The clouds will disappear, and we won't be able to get to the thing in time. And there we go, just needed to wait to get out of that way's enemy, and there we go. Thankfully, the need for Cloud Mario is over. You can see that as we get to different planets and different zones, the items are back where they're supposed to be. It only affects the first zone of each planet, so it's a really weird, interesting glitch. But it's there, if you want to play around with it. So, I'm just gonna get the rest of the 4 stars. It doesn't really matter. There isn't really anything interesting going on, it's just some fairly basic platforming to get these. Although I'm not the greatest at it, as you'll find out. But, yeah. Unfortunately, I do forget where the 4th star is for a bit, so I'm going sort of the wrong way, and I sort of have to make my way down to where it actually is. That spin move is a lifesaver, isn't it? Look at that thing. So useful. I am going to try and be a little fancy with my spin maneuvers because I watched too many speedruns, and this is what happens when you start to become a pro player, except, well, yeah, look at this. Pretty embarrassing. I won't be attempting anything like that again. Yikes. Of course I'll look at your weird itchy back, ma'am. Sure, why not? So, it's just a... Oh, well. Come on. So, well, that's it. Don't really know what much else to say. It's fairly simple in the latter half. It's a lot of complex trickery in the first, and then, yeah, have some platforming. Get a star. Sure, why not? Go play around with this stuff. It's really fun to do these sort of interesting challenges and puzzle together a solution. It took me a week or so to figure out what I was supposed to do in order to do it, and all the tools and stuff I would need to do it. And then executing it was another issue. I had a bit of practice with all those fancy jumps. See you soon, guys. Maybe. Who knows, actually. I'm too lazy to do anything anymore.